Hello, this is Ron and Hugh, and welcome to Politically Challenged.
Hi.
Today we're going to talk about superheroes and movies and everything right in the world.
Yeah.
But specifically speaking, so that we don't spend too much time talking on it, we're going to talk about the Captain Marvel movie and its significance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and in superhero movies in general.
Yeah, movies in general. We did review Infinity Wars last week, but we will try to avoid spoilers this week because that was a specific review. Today will be general.
It will be more general. Luckily, no one's seen the Captain Marvel movie yet, so
It's not out
there'll be
yet.
no spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say I feel as if the Captain Marvel movie is significant.
I thought it's called Miss Marvel. Actually, never mind.
Yes, the Miss Marvel movie, it will be significant because, of course, it's the first female-led superhero movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
MCU, that's shorter.
Yeah, sure, in the MCU, and also, it will be a film about a superhero character that is not so well known when it comes to the mainstream audience, especially ones who didn't grow up watching comic books. Do you have anything to add?
Watching comics? You mean reading comics and watching TV shows and all that stuff? I mean,
Watching comic book movies and reading comic books.
I mean, we've asked a few people about it, and they said that when we suggested how, like, after 11 years, this is the first Marvel, well, in the Marvel continuity, that would be female-led in, like, 11 years. They said, how many female superheroes can you actually think of?
Okay, well, that's a good point. I mean, I can think of many, but most of them that I know of are from DC.
What, Hulk Girl, Wonder Woman, Supergirl? I mean, Supergirl has a TV show.
Yeah, the first one's from Marvel, but the other two were from DC, as you know. But yeah, we could list them. I don't know many.
Hulk Woman and Wonder Woman are DC. Hulk Woman and Wonder Woman.
No, I said, yeah, I know, those two are. I meant Hulk. Oh, you said Hulk.
Oh, it's She-Hulk. Oh, it's She-Hulk's a Marvel.
Okay, I misheard you. Okay, She-Hulk.
Oh, no, I thought of She-Hulk now. I think you misheard me, but She-Hulk. There's been no movie about She-Hulk.
Not yet, anyway. I mean, I think
cartoons.
She-Hulk.
I mean, there's been
She-Hulk
cartoons.
might be owned by Universal. That's why.
Oh, that's the whole about rights and stuff.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Marvel in general. Like, there's so many X-Men characters, and they could technically have done a Phoenix movie. I mean, they've got a Logan movie.
They've got a Dark Phoenix movie coming up, and I did read that the X-Men films may be more women-centric, focusing on the female characters such as, of course, Phoenix and Storm.
Yeah, but it won't be the original. Are they joining the MCU or not? I don't know.
That's pending. I mean,
I know
the merger's going on, but we don't know when.
I know there's a Logan sequel that's planned. They'll be focusing on that little girl from Logan. You haven't seen Logan yet, but there's a little girl. They might focus on her.
What, X-23? X-23.
I don't know her name.
Okay. Well, Ron, how do you feel that this movie is significant from your perspective?
Well, from a story point of view, apparently it's going to be the most powerful hero we've ever had in the MCU.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
That is something.
That's in terms of power. In terms of storyline, in terms of cultural significance, I mean, like, when Wonder Woman came out, it was a big deal that a woman superhero movie was successful because before that, DC had Catwoman and Marvel had Elektra.
And DC also had a Supergirl.
That was in 1984.
Yeah, but it still happened.
The box office bomb. We want to live
in comparison to Wonder Woman, the other characters that we just mentioned that were female superheroes, when they got their own films, they didn't do that well. That's the nice way I'd put it. Some of them had a really poor reviews, such as Elektra and Catwoman.
Yeah, after seeing Catwoman, I thought it was why. Not just why, just why.
I mean, I wouldn't critique the movies myself. I mean, I thought when I saw Halle Berry's Catwoman, I thought it was a good film. I had a fun time watching it, but I didn't at the beginning. I didn't see I didn't see why people hated on it so much.
Just why?
No, I could just understand.
No, I watched the movie and I thought, why?
Okay, but
Just
why what?
Just why anything?
What were you questioning about the film?
Just why? I don't know. That's my general reaction. When I watched that movie, I don't know why, but after watching it, I just thought, why?
But what confused you?
It was just
Was it the portrayal of Catwoman? Was it the transformation from normal person to Catwoman? What confused you? What bothered you about it?
I have no idea. It was terrible.
Okay.
I rarely say movies are terrible. I went through I've seen the Harry Hill movie, and I think that was more tolerable.
Okay, so you just thought you thought it was rubbish.
It was confusing.
Well-
Iron Man 2 was confusing, but
Well, Halle Berry, if you're ever watching this podcast or listening to it,
I like
just,
her as
just
still.
know,
I like her still.
just know that we love you as an actress, and
I
we're
haven't
not
seen
blaming you for the Catwoman
Actually, she
performance.
accepted it. She accepted a Razzie straight after an Oscar. That's a good. She won the Oscar one year, and then she took an Oscar to a Razzie to accept for Wonder Woman.
And not, yeah.
So she was proud. She's probably proud about it. She's proud about it. She probably has it next to Oscars or Razzie. She's very proud. Yeah, but I like her still. I haven't seen many of her movies. Don't know much about her.
I mean, the last time I saw Halle Berry in a movie was Kingsman 2, but we digress.
I
Back
haven't seen
to
that either.
back to the Miss Marvel movie.
We're talking about PC, aren't we? Let's talk about Black Panther as well.
PC, okay. Political correctness.
Yes, because this is not just about feminism, about how... we talk about how long it would take, because next year, 11 years after the first Marvel movie in this story.
Yes, that's when this Miss Marvel movie will come out.
But it took 11 years to get a black-led superhero. How do you feel about that?
What? I feel fine. I don't
I
feel
like the
offended about
movie
it.
as itself. It was a good movie.
Everybody seemed to love the movie. At this moment in time, Black Panther is the highest grossing comic book movie of all time.
And
Well,
the
in North
highest rated.
American history.
And highest rated.
Yeah, the highest rated.
I liked it, but it's not as good as Dark Knight.
Well, that's your opinion, but okay.
What, do you prefer it to Dark Knight?
I like them both equally for different reasons. I liked Dark Knight because of the
Are you
portrayal
saying
of
it's
Batman.
better than Spider-Man Homecoming? Or the first Spider-Man?
No, Black Panther was...
No, do you prefer it to the Spider-Man Homecoming? We thought that.
I do prefer Black Panther to Spider-Man Homecoming. Not just because...
The original Spider-Man?
No, I like... For nostalgic reasons, I like the Tobey Maguire films. But in terms of, yes, Black Panther was pretty good. I preferred it to Spider-Man Homecoming.
Me personally, I like all the first Spider-Man movies. Amazing Spider-Man, I like that as well. Amazing Spider-Man 2 wasn't. I didn't like the ending. Spider-Man 3...
Nobody liked the ending, even though that was actually in line with the comic books, but still.
Spider-Man 3, I thought it was... People dislike that movie. It's better than some other movies.
Okay.
It's fine. It's a bit of fun, and it actually handles the Gwen Stacy much better than Spider-Man 3. It handles it much better, and I prefer it for that reason.
Okay.
I had to say that.
Fair enough. But back to Miss Marvel. My opinion is, I love the concept. I didn't hear too much about the character.
Well, I don't know much about her either, but I keep saying Miss Marvel, but I think you're correct. They changed her name to Captain Marvel.
All I know is that she's only half human and she's half Kree, I believe. And the last time I saw the Krees was Guardian of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, they'll be back. Oh yeah, it'll be set in the 90s, so it'll be set, well, pretty much before everything.
It'll be set when Nick Fury had 2 eyes. That's how far back it is.
I wonder if Samuel Jackson's gonna...
And full hair.
Oh yeah, I was going to wonder, is he going to wear a wig? Is he going to have an afro? No,
Well, we'll
that's the
see.
90s.
It might be CGI. Who knows?
Well, I don't know. They might take some stock images from Pulp Fiction and all those other movies.
Okay.
Just imagine Jules in that Marvel movie.
Okay. Well, let's think about it. So, she's the first woman superhero with her own movie in the MCU. We all thought it was going to be Black Widow.
I don't want a Black movie. There's been a lot of talk about that. If you look at some stuff...
Why don't you want a Black Widow movie?
The story's been done. I'm bored with her character.
You're bored of it?
I want a new character.
I think there's more flavor to it than meets the eye. I think there's another dimension.
She was in Home Alone 3.
What?
Scarlett Johansson was in Home
No,
Alone 3.
that's the actress. I mean, the comic book character in itself. The only background we got to her character was in Age of Ultron with that flashback. Apart from that, I want a little bit more.
I'm not personally interested in, but I think it's different. But I think a big portion of the fan base and writers are pursuing it. But I don't see the point. I'll watch it anyway.
There's fan pressure for it, but obviously that's not even in the schedule right now. But
Well, there's a lot
Captain
of
Marvel is.
Yeah, well, let's talk about with we don't know the senior actors because they want to pursue on other projects and stuff. So I'm guessing Scarlett Johansson is probably one of those that's confirmed that she will do a few movies here and there.
Yeah,
So
of course.
maybe that's one of the deals that she agreed to be in their universe for longer if they give her a movie.
Even Winter Soldier, he was initially booked for 9 movies, and he's done quite a few of those so far.
Winter Soldier, you mean?
Well, he used to be Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes.
Oh,
His character is there
that actor.
for like 9 movies, while Chris Evans, while Captain America, he was supposed to be for 6, and then obviously things had to change a bit.
Yeah, Bucky Barnes, the actor used to be Once Upon a Time. His career's kind of gone at a steady rate since then.
Yeah, probably skyrocketed. Who knows?
Winter Soldier, I think that's my favourite Marvel movie. And it mirrors Dark Knight a lot.
I did like Winter Soldier a lot, actually.
Some people, I saw the What Culture review where they ranked all the, that channel, YouTube channel. I didn't like how, Infinity Wars, we watched it, but would you say, you talked about how much you love Black Panther, would you say you prefer Black Panther to Infinity War?
I prefer a slight edge, give it to Infinity War, because
Really?
most of the characters were together. I liked that.
Is that just...
I'm simple, okay? I'm a simple man with simple needs. The only
I know
like
that.
Ant-Man wasn't there, Hawkeye wasn't there. I was like,
Spoilers,
oh, okay.
Hugh, spoilers. They don't even know who wasn't there.
Like they weren't in the movie. Like, what do you want from me?
Well, I think Ant-Man 2 will be set a bit before and a bit during and a bit after Infinity Wars. So in a way he is there and he's not there. He's tiny. He might have been there.
Perhaps, who knows? Maybe he was in the background somewhere. You just couldn't see him. Who knows? Okay, but Miss Marvel. From what we know of this woman, we won't go too much into her character.
Well, who's the actress actually? I don't know much about her.
Brie Larson. Not too much about her as well. I think this episode is more like the significance of the movie, as opposed to the character or the character development of the character.
I know the plan because I told you that other characters are leaving. The point around this is, obviously Spider-Man is in the fray now, so obviously the Avengers story is slightly ending, and we're going to shift into Spider-Man. And apparently Miss Marvel, because she's going to be she's set in the 90s, she's supposed to be like the senior figure, and Spider-Man's basically going to grow, and other characters are going to grow around, and Black Panther's confirmed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I think
they're taking a different turn.
That's why I think the actress is important, because if she's going to be the main person, do you think Brie Larson is? Robert Downey Jr. He's pretty funny. Is Brie Larson a good enough actress to?
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen too many of her projects.
I don't know who she is, to be honest. I know the
But
name.
I have faith in her. They picked her for the role. I think if they've picked her for the role, then I have good confidence that they've done well with the acting, with the casting so far. Since they've picked her, I'd feel confident that she'll do a good job.
What about the Incredible Hulk movie? Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton.
Yeah, okay. Well, they changed him and got Mark Ruffalo.
What about?
I thought Norton was fine, but Ruffalo's also good.
I like the first guy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Terrence Howard is awesome, and they changed him for
that guy.
Yeah, Don Cheadle. Yeah.
He was in Hotel Rwanda. She got an Oscar for that. I don't.
They've rarely changed actors. Hopefully they don't do that again. I remember once Robert Downey Jr. saying, "Oh, if you keep changing these actors, I'll leave," or something like that. But
yeah,
there was also like Terrence Howard blaming Robert Downey Jr. for him having to leave. But we digress.
Yeah, that's
Miss Marvel.
We don't need to talk about that.
Miss Marvel.
That's up to them. They're probably on good terms now. So.
Oh yeah, they're on good terms.
So that's fine. It's resolved. We don't need to go into it.
Miss Marvel.
Is she marvelous?
I hope so. I think she'll be wonderfully marvelous.
I know obviously they debut.
Do you think it's a good move for the feminist movement?
Feminism movement. Well.
Do you think it will show more representation and more diversity?
We can't talk about that without talking about the significance that Wonder Woman had.
Sure, we can talk about that as well. Marvel versus DC / Marvel versus PC.
No. We like both. Marvel versus PC, good title. Anyway, this Wonder Woman, in terms of the DCU, I know DC has had different movies, but in terms of their history, their third the third movie they got out was Wonder Woman. Oh wait, fourth was Suicide Squad, and a Harley Quinn movie might.
Fourth.
Yeah, Margot Robbie. She went from Ramsey Street to Suicide Squad. Jeez. Yeah.
Okay, so talk about it. Okay, we can't really compare Wonder Woman to Marvel
No,
yet,
but
Captain Marvel yet, because it hasn't come out.
But maybe in terms of like how strong the characters are, because Miss Marvel's supposed to be super powerful.
Do you feel as if the Wonder Woman film would have? Do you feel that if it wasn't for that film, Captain Marvel would have more prominence in terms of
Actually,
as a movie?
Marvel's pretty big at the moment. I mean, that's fair to say they're big. But I think had Wonder Woman had not done so well critically and financially, which is more important, they don't care about critically in that respect as much if you think about it, money. So like if Wonder Woman had not done as well, there'd be more pressure on Miss Marvel. And I'm guessing they had the writing on the wall for Miss Marvel for a while, so it was always going to happen.
Okay, so
I'm guessing the production had.
So you're saying that maybe Wonder Woman took a lot of the pressure off, but now there's just as much responsibility.
Now there's anticipation because Infinity War, I mean, it's your favorite movie now. Lots of people, for some reason, it's their favorite movie as well. There's anticipation. So Miss Marvel has to, because there's the Miss Marvel and then Infinity, the sequel.
Okay.
So the movie has to. I mean, the movie could be okay, but the character has to be the characters. Because I don't think the significant about the movies is so. I mean, you have the feminism that approach as well. But in terms of the story, I think we have to think about the story as well, about how important and how imposing of a character she can be, and how you take that into the Avengers 4, which is what they're calling it now because the title won't be released until like.
Yeah, the movie's untitled. But I understand what you're saying.
I think that's a good title. Avengers Untitled.
Maybe. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot more, because of Wonder Woman, there's a lot more anticipation for the first Marvel-led, the first MCU female-led movie. That makes sense.
We could talk about it. Why have the female movies struggled to begin with? Because
Probably in part the writing and the portrayal of these characters.
Yeah, I saw the honest trailer for the Catwoman stuff, and the guy said, "Yes, this has nothing to do with the source material."
Okay, that's another aspect, perhaps. I mean, we could go further into it, but from what we're just guessing at this point. It could be the writing, it could be the portrayal, it could be the lack of source material used. It could stray too far away from the comics. I mean, from what I know of Catwoman, the Halle Berry Catwoman portrayal, the story in itself, it didn't seem to be very much in line with what happened in the comics. Maybe that's why a lot of people were so annoyed with it. They kind of took a different approach entirely and did their own thing, and it didn't work out.
Well, have you seen the show Gotham?
Gotham is complete. Gotham, they completely took the comic books, ripped them up.
You've seen
and then I've seen episodes of Gotham, not all of them, but even I saw like the first season and I went, nope, that's it, I'm done.
Actually, I like it.
They took the source material and then they just completely redid the whole universe.
Actually, I like the approach they did. I mean, okay. Here's the thing. The Mortal Kombat movie. I think that's the movie I'm thinking about. Basically, lots of critics lots of fans played it because it wasn't accurate to the video game. But if you take away all that background knowledge you had about the video game and actually watch it for what it is, it's a very fun movie. So if you watch Gotham and you have if you take away
Gotham, the accuracy of all that is the accuracy of what the Batman story is, just take it as a different approach or just the story in itself.
I mean, there's so many different comic book versions. Are you telling me that? Are you going to tell me that every single comic interpretation of Batman is better than Gotham? Every single one of them.
I haven't seen every single one of them.
That's
the ones that I've seen, Gotham isn't the best. That's all I can say. But I like the way the actors portray their characters. They're good at what they do. It's just the writing to me is a bit off.
Actually, I saw a comment on YouTube.
Not a comment on the people writing it. It's just not my taste.
People that slate Gotham don't realize that it probably is the best writing, but that's just one comment, and I'm comparing that to you. You could criticize the writing, a person praises it.
Which person?
Some person on YouTube.
Okay.
A commenter.
A commenter on a YouTube video. Okay.
I don't know. I think it's fair enough.
I just wanted to clarify.
I like Gotham. I can say that, but I don't focus that much on writing. Like, if I could gauge the story, that's the important thing.
I wish it was more. I wish it was the video, then I could see it, or I can watch a Gotham review later. But Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel.
Marvel.
So, a comment on feminism. Do you feel as if do you feel like there is a forgive me for using this term, social justice warrior presence within filmmaking these days, particularly when it comes to comic book movies?
Nah. Actually, I don't know. I was trying to be sarcastic, but I have no idea. Well, I think it has. Oh yeah, the Ghostbusters all female-led cast.
I haven't seen that.
No, I saw that on this
I
trailer.
want to see it.
They disabled the comments for that because they just couldn't deal with it. It was too heavy.
They disabled the comments because they realized hell would break loose on YouTube.
Yeah, the guy was annoyed. In an election year, that's what people were angry about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Melissa McCarthy made a comment on that, saying all these nerds who live in their mom's basement suddenly came out and started attacking them on social media.
That's a little offensive to them, but fair enough.
Perhaps. I mean, you put the work in to do this movie, you enjoy doing it, you enjoy making it, and people trash it.
No,
you're not going to feel empathetic towards the people who mock it.
I think it should be empathetic on both sides. I mean, they took their time to make the movie, but apparently the cover by Fall Out Boy for the Ghostbusters theme wasn't that great. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see the movie just to have my own opinion of it. I don't just go for the movies.
Oh no! From this trailer that I got, because I haven't seen the movie, they said the movie was alright. It's not terrible. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Annoyingly, it's set in the
What about Spider-Man: Homecoming? I mean, there are a lot of people. I mean, the bully Flash Thompson.
Yeah,
he was white in the comics. He wasn't white this time.
Yeah, he was in the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
But they changed the character, kind of like in Spider-Man 3, where they made the Eddie Brock. He wasn't Eddie Brock, but he made him like a polar opposite to Peter. And Homecoming have done a similar take, where they've made him an intellectual competitor rather than a physical competitor. It's a different take.
I mean, in the modern world, it makes a little bit more sense because bullies, they're not just the brawny ones; they're also sometimes the brainy ones who think they're smarter than you, and they try to mentally abuse you as opposed to physically abuse you, which some people would argue would be even more long lasting than the physical bruises. Because sometimes physical bruises, they heal a lot of the time, but mental bruises rarely do. I mean, they rarely heal as fast as physical bruises.
Sometimes mental abuse doesn't go away. You don't know; it's long lasting. But that's a whole other area.
But it was interesting that so many it was very multicultural for a Spider-Man movie. It was most of the Spider-Man movies we saw were mostly white people in it. But now we had an MJ that wasn't Mary Jane, but she was an MJ, but she wasn't white and she was something else.
They said it's a similar character. They said it's a character name, but they wanted to do a different take on it.
Yeah, a character.
But that was accepted. But you say Gotham's terrible because the writing is different. So when it's for a political point of view, you actually like that they did that. But when they take a creative freedom with Gotham, you say no.
No, it's an interesting take. I'm not saying that I don't like the multiculturalism because
you praise that while you criticize Gotham for taking a different spin on it.
No, but
I like accuracy. I don't want a black Spider-Man.
Gotham.
Or a brown Spider-Man. I'm brown.
Gotham. Okay, but Gotham. It's nothing to do with what the people look like. It's more of the way they wrote in all of these characters.
That's what I mean by creative freedom. Like, it's their show. Can't they just take it how they want?
Perhaps. I mean, I didn't realize they were going to do it. I mean, they introduced most of the Batman villains before Batman had even grown up.
No, they had introduced early versions of them.
Okay, yeah, early versions of them, but it was obvious who they were supposed to be.
That's the point.
But, okay, fine. We'll table that one.
Table that one?
No, I mean, we'll table it. I mean,
what do you mean by
perhaps that's what they were going for. I mean, I like things to be obvious, but not too obvious. It's like I feel like they were pushing you against the screen. Like, this is who that person's supposed to be. Like, it was obvious that Two-Face was Two-Face. It was obvious that...
I only knew that because of The Dark Knight, because before that I didn't. I mean, I remember the cartoon, the Batman animated show, but I didn't know what Two-Face's name was.
Did you not watch that really old one in the 80s or 90s? I'm not sure which decade. Of Harvey Two. It was Harvey Two-Faced and the Riddler with Jim Carrey. That really old film.
That's not old. Batman Forever or Batman Returns?
Or one of the old Batman movies.
It's not that old. It was in the 90s, man.
But in comparison to all of those movies, how do you think that Captain Marvel will fare?
I think it will be fine. I mean, Marvel will have a good track record with movies. I mean, Iron Man 2 wasn't that great.
Iron Man 2 was okay.
It was confusing.
Apparently Iron Man 3 was worse, but...
And I liked Iron Man 3. It was a nice little movie. But apparently they spent a lot of money and people were like, yeah...
Yeah,
I mean, to me, it felt like a Christmas special, and then a friend of mine told me apparently they spent a lot of money on that, and I said, "That's a nice Christmas special." They said, "No, they spent a lot of money on that." I don't know. It's a Marvel movie, but obviously it made a profit, but I liked it. The Spider-Man, Iron Man 2 wasn't that meh.
Iron 2 was okay.
But Marvel movies tend to be good, so Miss Marvel will be alright.
Alright. Okay, so you've briefly talked about the feminist aspects, the SJW aspect.
Well, we could go a little bit more about it. I mean, like, we were talking about, like, this... I wouldn't say there's much pressure. There's probably the pressure of the whole Marvel universe rather than the feminist thing. But, I mean, women can say, like, there's a hero now, but... there are probably less known superheroes that Doctor Strange... Again, I'll go back to that. What culture... Like, they would tally up all the best movies. Yeah. They talk about what category would you put Doctor Strange, they would put in the Inception category of movies. That's the genre it feels into.
Yeah.
The Inception category. But because of the confidence of, like, the success of other movies, they probably felt, oh, Guardians of the Galaxy, not very heard of, not that well known. So they made a move for that.
Guardians of the Galaxy
came out of nowhere.
It was brilliant. I had absolutely no idea these characters existed. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, who are these guys? I've never heard of them. And then I saw the movie and I was like, wow, we need a sequel. Like, right now. Like, I'm sorry, we need a sequel.
Oh yeah, lots of critics on the BBC, on the film review show, they always say, the guy reviewing Infinity War said, is it good? Yeah. Is Infinity War good? He said, yes. Is it Guardians of the Galaxy? No. Critically, they think that's... personally, I prefer... Winter Soldier. You prefer Infinity War because you're on that.
Do you prefer Guardians of the Galaxy to Infinity War, the first one?
I like both Guardians of the Galaxy, but I prefer Guardians of the Galaxy to.
Oh, you do? Okay. I still need to see that.
In terms of like, Infinity. I like all the Marvel movies. Iron Man 2 was an exception, because I didn't understand what the hell was going on. But I like all of them. I mean, I would say my favorite is Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is my favorite, and the rest are interchangeable. But Winter Soldier is my favorite.
Okay. Well, my favorites include, Iron Man, Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok's nice. I like that one.
That was pretty fun.
Spider-Man. I like the Spider-Man movie too. Civil War.
We saw Black Panther and we saw Ragnarok. I would honestly say Ragnarok's better than Black Panther.
Okay, that's your opinion. I mean, no, Jack.
You found it.
I liked Ragnarok as well.
It was bloody good.
Okay, well, I believe that Captain Marvel will be just as good. I mean, we saw some talking points and some stories about it online. One source said that Captain Marvel will change the game when it comes to movies.
Because it's going to be the most powerful character superhero.
The most powerful character that.
Until they make the next character.
The guy cited Ragnarok, Black Panther, and the Avengers: Infinity War film as different movies, all original movies. But with Captain Marvel, there'll be something brand new, a different take on superhero movies. If you thought Infinity War was different, if you thought those movies were different, you'll be blown away by Captain Marvel. If you thought Wonder Woman was different, and you'll be blown away with Captain Marvel.
I'm annoyed it's next March and not like December. I think Miss Marvel's supposed to be December, and they feel that the Avengers 3 and 4 were supposed to be May and the following May, and Marvel was supposed to be in December or January. It's March. It's over.
I mean, we'll have to wait a little bit longer, but
we have Ant-Man.
I'll look forward to it
in a few months. So that's something.
Yeah, there's Ant-Man, and we'll be looking forward to Captain Marvel as well.
Yeah, we're going to watch all of them, so.
Wow. Excellent. Well, on that note, I believe we're done for this week. A bit of a short episode today, but,
Oh, yeah, we didn't. I think when the movie comes out, hopefully we're still doing this podcast. We will talk about the cultural significance.
Well, we'll give a review on it.
And
We
whether
should.
and how it. But now, because we have a successful female superhero in Wonder Woman, we can compare it with Miss Marvel and see
That
what
would
the
be-
story actually makes.
That would be a very interesting take, and I'll look forward to doing that.
Hoorah!
Okay, so if you want to follow our social media, go on to facebook.com/politically challenged for our Facebook page. We've also got a Facebook community group, Politically Challenged Podcast. Go on Instagram to follow us as well on Politically Challenged 247, as in 24/7, but there's no slashes on Instagram. Twitter, PC Politicast, and then we've also got a YouTube channel. If you go into YouTube and search Politically Challenged.
Well, you might be watching us on YouTube anyway, so
Exactly, and let's not
like us
forget.
on Facebook anyway.
Like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, and we have a goal for 100 YouTube subscribers by June.
And Facebook, like us, and
Yeah.
Instagram.
My goal is to get 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh,
Ron's
100.
goal is to get 100 likes on our Facebook page. So
And everything.
please make our dreams come true.
That's our dream.
Also, SoundCloud. Go on to soundcloud.com/politically challenged. Okay, so see you next week. Bye from Ron and Hugh. See ya.
Sayonara.